Press the bell icon on YouTube and don't miss another update.
Hi, I'm Zainab Sikander and you're watching Politics Ka Sikander. Modi ji stood on the ramparts of Red Fort on 15th August 2019 to deliver his first speech of his second term as the PM. Now, this reminds me of Derek O'Brien from Trinamool Congress, Jai Shri Ram, who at one point had said that Modi ji to kabhi banenge nahi PM of 2019 mein 2018 is the last time he's going to stand on the ramparts of Red Fort and give a speech.
Let me make it very, very clear. The Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji will deliver his last speech as Prime Minister from the ramparts of Red Fort on the 15th of August 2018.
And Modi ji arrived on 15th August 2019 and said, Mitro, I'm back.
मेरे प्यारे देशवासियों, स्वतंत्रता के इस पवित्र दिवस पर सभी देशवासियों को अनेक अनेक शुभकामनाएं।
Now, if you remember, when in May 2019, BJP came back to power after winning a landslide victory in the Lok Sabha elections, Modi ji delivered a speech in the Central Hall of Parliament where he added a new term to the very famous Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, which was Sabka Vishwas. The term Sabka Vishwas was clearly aimed at the minorities. And everyone knew that it was aimed at the Muslim community because he, in so many terms, clearly spelled it out. The gist of what he said back then was that we have to win over the minorities who have been misled by secular parties and who have been living under an imaginary fear. Now, the imaginary fear cannot really be brushed off as imaginary, and I will back this up with data. There is no doubt that Muslims have been at the receiving end of maximum hate crimes in India. If we look at factchecker.in, their data shows it completely. First up, their data from 2009 to 2019, which shows that the last decade has seen a spat of hate crimes targeting Muslims. The figures look something like this. Out of these hate crimes, 28% are over cow protection, 13% on interfaith relationships, and 9% due to communal clashes. The website Fact Checker also has data specifically related to cow-related hate crimes, and the numbers look something like this. Their data is from 2012 to 2019, which shows that 50% of cow-related violence has been aimed at Muslims, 9% on Hindus, 9% on Dalits, and 2% on Christians. Now, I would have put government data here too and called it the most trustworthy data out of all the data that we have available with us in the public domain. But unfortunately, the website of the government, data.gov.in, does not have hate crime related data, and therefore we can't put any out. Let's talk about Pehlu Khan. The 6 men who had been convicted of Pehlu Khan's murder have been acquitted. So while the whole world saw Pehlu Khan die, the 6 men who had been accused of lynching him could not be charged with murder. Now, a lot of people say that Congress is in power in Rajasthan and this is their failing. But one can't forget that the investigation was done under the BJP government in Rajasthan in 2017. In fact, the court found the investigation so shoddy. Small details, like when Pehlu Khan gave his dying declaration, there was no medical certificate from a doctor certifying that he was in a position to give a testimony before he died. In fact, even the device, the mobile phone with which his murder had been shot, was not seized by the police, and that kind of evidence cannot be accepted by the court, which is why the 6 men have been acquitted. Now, Congress has brought an anti-lynching bill in Rajasthan with which they want to tackle the problem of lynching. But one must know that a law is of no use whatsoever if the investigation has been done in such a way that the guilty cannot be proven guilty. In fact, speaking about Congress, it is also in a mess in the state of Jharkhand. In a shocking press release, the Jharkhand Mahila Congress General Secretary Sangeeta Tiwari has accused the Jharkhand Mahila Congress President Gunjan Singh of misbehaving with female office bearers. In fact, the General Secretary of the Mahila Congress, Sangeeta Tiwari, has allegedly accused the President of the Mahila Congress that she sends female office bearers to male politicians. And if they refuse, they are being told allegedly that if they want to move ahead in the party and get a ticket to fight an election, they have to do as told. And those who are not complying are being chucked out of the party. In other news, rebel ARC leader Kapil Mishra has joined BJP. There was a time when he said कि मैं कभी भी BJP नहीं join करूँगा, and अब उन्होंने join कर ली, पता नहीं बेहोशी के आलम में join कर दी होगी, who knows. There's also a very amusing news from Karnataka. Yediyurappa ji, who is the new but old CM of Karnataka, has held 4 cabinet meetings so far ever since he was sworn in as the Chief Minister of Karnataka after the Congress government fell. And it so happens that in these 4 cabinet meetings, he's the only one who has been in attendance because there is no cabinet of Karnataka. Now let's talk about the United Nations Security Council meeting on Kashmir. Now everyone knows that it was China who pushed for this meeting, wherein they wanted a closed-door meeting on Kashmir and what the Indian government is doing there, including Ladakh. Now overtly it was shown that it was Pakistan's request, but everyone knows that China was pushing for it. So what was the outcome of the closed-door huddle that happened at the United Nations headquarters in New York when it comes to their discussion on Kashmir? Well, apparently nothing. A UN diplomat has told CNN that the member states did not even want to give out a press statement, which is the minimum action a council can take. And they have reasons for it. Some member states said that if we give out a press statement with a certain wording, it might seem that there is a bias towards Pakistan. In fact, Germany, France, and USA said that if we don't ponder upon the correct wording, it might only escalate the problem and close doors for further bilateral talks between India and Pakistan. That's it for this week on Politics Ka Sikander. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Have a good week.